All right, so we'll get started with our warm-up now. So just make sure you have enough space around you and move around as you always do. All right, so we're just going to start a little bit of walking on the spot. So I'll kind of go through today's workout as we do our warm-up. We're now going to kind of kick backwards a little bit. So the workout for today. So the workout for today is 4 sets. And they increase in duration as we go. The first set is 20 seconds. All of the exercises will be 20 seconds. Second set. The first set is 20 seconds. The second set is first set is 20 seconds. Second set is 30 seconds. The third set is 40 seconds. And the final set, everything is a minute except for a few exercises at the end. All right, we're now going to put our hands out to the side. We're going to do some small circles. And we're going to go to backward circles now. And we go up. So as I was saying, each set increases in both duration of the exercise and duration of the set. With the last set being the longest, it is 10 minutes in length. And we're now going to go out in front. Just going to pull apart. And we're going to go into our reverse fly. Just going to do 10. All right. We're now going to do a reverse lunge now. So a skater lunge. So just a small step backwards behind, and you're going to come back. You don't want to put your knee down on the ground like I just did. We're actually going to aim to cross, get the knee close to the ground, come back up. You can do a couple more on this side and we'll switch sides. I just want to show everyone one of the lunges we're going to be doing, one of the variations we'll do for those who are comfortable doing it during the workout. So 2 more on this side. All right, so I'm going to stop here for a second. Everyone can just kind of shake their legs out if they want to. One of the lunge exercises that I wanted to try today, and I wanted to do sort of instead of a burpee, just because I feel like everyone can possibly move through it a little better. We're going to do it for 45 seconds on each side in our final set. I know I said every exercise would be a minute, but this one I felt 45 was probably better. We're going to go into our lunge backwards. So you're going to lunge, and you're going to come up and drive the knee up, and then come back down and drive the knee up and come back down. So you're kind of opposite. So opposite arm, opposite knee, drive up, come down. You can even hop if you really want to. If we have anyone who's feeling really explosive today, who really likes jumping and whose knees might feel like they're up for the challenge. Otherwise, let's just stay on the ground. And again, you don't even have to drive the knee up. You can just step up if you want to. All right, I'm going to stop there on that one. We're going to do our reach across. So we're going to reach down, touch the toe, turn the hips, reach up high in the other direction. We're going to do 5 more on this side, and we'll switch to the other side. We're going to go down now to the other side, reaching down and twist this way. So again, it's really about turning the hips when you do this. So when I'm reaching down, I turn my hips and I reach across. Again, you don't have to necessarily touch your toes. You can't get there. Just turn, reach with your hand lower, and then reach across. Reach down, cross. It's just getting you to really turn the hips. To turn the hips, your feet have to move. You don't want to be trying to turn the hips with your feet planted in the ground. They've both got to pivot. All right, good. We're going to finish off right now, opposite elbow, opposite knee. So hands behind your head or attach, kind of glue your fingers to your temple and come across. We're each going to do 8 more. 1, 2, count your way to 8. All right, good. If anyone needs to do a little bit more of a warm-up, go for it. I'm going to give everyone a minute before we start. That way, if you need to do a little bit more of a warm-up, you can. And then we'll get started. So we're going to start, like I said, we'll go now in 45. All right. So we're going to start in 30. So the first set is 20 seconds for each exercise. It goes jumping jacks, push-ups, squat, jumping jacks, push-ups, squat. So we're effectively repeating the same 3 exercises twice. We're going to start in 15 seconds. And we're going to start with jumping jacks. So if you're not warmed up, you don't have to do the jumping jacks. You can just do side steps and keep the arms moving. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We're going with jumping jacks or do side steps like so. And we're going to go for 20 seconds on each one of these. And we're going to go down now to push-ups. We're going to do 20 seconds. Here we go. Five more seconds. Keep it going. Good work. And we're up. We're going to go to our body weight squat now. We're going to transition into our squat. We're starting our 20 seconds on the squat. Good work. Three more seconds. We're back to our jumping jacks now. We're going over to jumping jacks. Here we go. Five more seconds. And we're going down to push-ups. One more time. We're coming up now, standing up. We're going to go back to squats. Here we go. Final 20 seconds. We're doing squats. We go for 10 more. 5 more seconds. And done. Good work. I added 20 seconds to that set. I don't know why it doesn't show me as the speaker. I don't really get a good view of the screen. Who does everyone have as the speaker right now? Can I just, if it's me, just rate, it is me? Okay. I have Sandra as the speaker. So even though she's on mute, so I don't see how that's happening. Maybe it's a little bit of a glitch with my with my computer, I don't know. Alrighty. We are going to get going on our second set here. So relatively short rest. Our second set is 30 seconds for each exercise. The last one was 20. So on these exercises, we're doing Superman. Then we're going to go into Russian twist, penguin, V hold, reverse crunch. We're doing even more push-ups. Then we're going to do our iso lunges. So this is going to be a fun set. We're going to start with Superman's on the ground, and we'll go into our core exercises. I'll call everything out, and I'll give a couple of seconds to transition between exercises. All right, we're going to start in 5 on the ground. So remember, I'll give everyone a little more time. We're going to start on the ground. So we're laying down, we're raising our arms and legs like so, and that's what the Superman looks like. You're going to feel it in your low back. All right, mid to low back. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. You come up, you come down. Up, down. You're really just holding at the top for a brief moment. And then you're going to release, come down, and start all over. We're just going to go for 5 more seconds. And we're going to go now to Russian twist. So we're going to move onto our butts. I'm going to give everyone a few seconds here to transition. So we're sitting on our butts, feet together, hands are going side to side, like so. Legs out in front. If you want to, you can even put your legs on the ground. You'll get a bit of benefit doing it this way. But it's good to keep those feet just slightly off the ground. We're going to go for 5 more seconds. Good work, everyone. If you got into this really early, you almost got 40 seconds on. Okay, we're going to go to penguin now. Feet together. Touching those heels with our floppers, wings, whatever penguins have. Thankfully, penguins are one of the only mammals where they live, so I don't have to worry about cats. Are they mammals? I think they're mammals. Anyways, okay. 10 seconds. And we're going over now to our V hold. So we're going to sit on our butts, kick the feet out, and hold the V. Now, if you can't hold a V, you can do in, you can do the tucks and out, or you can go one leg at a time. Choose whatever you'd like. We're going to try and hold for 10 more seconds. 5 more seconds. And we're going now to our reverse crunch. We're going to lay on our backs. I'm going to give everyone a couple seconds to get into this. Reverse crunch, you can kick your feet up. If you don't want to do this, do a crunch. Do another exercise. Really trying to push the feet up in the air. I have lost the timer. You go for 5 more seconds. And good work. All right, we're now going over to push-ups. So going to flip over. We're going to go into our push-up position. Give everyone a couple of seconds to get there. All right, now that we're in our push-up position, we're going to start our 30 seconds. It's the last time you have push-ups in the workout. Good work. We're 15 seconds in, 15 to go. Good work. All right, we're all done the push-ups. We're now going to move on to our iso lunges. Give everyone a second to stand up. We're going to go into a lunging position. We're going to start them in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. If you're late into it, that's okay. We're going to try and hold Good work. You can put the hands up if you want to. Gonna hold for 5 more seconds. Count it out, 3, 2, 1. We're switching sides. Good work. It's okay. We'll go for another 30. Here we go. Again, if you need to switch sides, I'll call it the halfway point. You just did 1. So we're now halfway. We're going to go for another 15. Good work, everyone. We're almost done this set. 8 more seconds. Good work. 3 seconds. And done. Good job. Stand up, shake the legs out. If you want to keep going, we'll go for another 5. Good work, everyone. So I am going to give everyone a minute before we go on to set number 3. Set number 3 is not a particularly long set. It contains our lunges, which will just be our normal non-explosive lunges. So that's just these ones here. We're going to go like so. You can choose any variation. If you want to do these on the next set, you're more than welcome as well. Forward, reverse, or skater. Pick your favorite one. I'll allow that for this one. Afterwards, we'll go to our reverse fly. So again, for this, hinging at the hips. You want to feel a bit of a stretch through your hamstrings, pulling back. After that, we have skater, where we're going side to side. And again, you can choose your own skater. You can go quick, or you can go long. After skater, we have leg lowers, where we're laying on our back, lowering the legs, which is a core exercise. And we're going to finish with plank push-ups, or any variation that you want for a core exercise. We're going to start in 10 seconds with lunges. Again, each exercise in this round will be 40 seconds in length. Alrighty, so we're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're doing lunges. So again, take your lunge. I've decided to do the skater lunge where I'm crossing over. Again, 40 seconds. I'm going to give a nice 2-minute break after this set, so everyone can go and attack that 4th set. 20 seconds in, 20 seconds to go on this side. And we're switching sides. Here we go. Good work. Good work. 15 seconds to go on this side. And just keep moving. If you don't feel like doing the squat or the lunges, just keep going. Good work. And we're now going to go into our reverse fly position here. So we're hinging at the hips, pushing the butt back, taking the arms out. We're squeezing the shoulder blades together. So right in here, we're squeezing our shoulder blades in. Together, it's really like we're trying to touch our elbows together behind our back. If you have a band, you can pull apart, go for it. If you do have dumbbells, make sure they're really light. When I'm at the gym, I sometimes do this with 10 or 15 pounds. It's not something I can get too heavy with without throwing a lot of momentum into it. Because it's not a shoulder exercise. Cool. All right, we're going to stop there. We're going to go to our skater. We're going side to side. So we're pushing off side to side, 40 seconds. We're in the final 2 minutes. We have 15 seconds to go on this one. Eight seconds. And we're going down to leg lowers now. So I'm going to give everyone a few seconds to transition into this one. Sitting on our butts, going to go into our back, feet straight up, lowering down, coming back up. You even put your feet under your butt. Try and push that lower back in the ground a little bit, because we don't want to be engaging the low back. We're really focusing on the core. You can even alternate. You can do one leg at a time. Good work. We go for 10 more seconds. I lied. We still have 10 more. And we're now going to switch over to plank push-up. Give everyone 10 seconds, get in position. If you're lucky and you start early, you just get to do a little more work. Here we go. 40 seconds. Again, you can do a plank. You can do a plank push-up. You can do another alternative exercise. Good work. 15 seconds to go. We're going to hold for 7 more seconds. And all done. Good work. That was set number 3. Like I said, I'm going to give 2 minutes before we go on to set number 4. I'll briefly explain set number 4 as everyone grabs their drink and catches their breath. So set number 4, we start off with RDLs, which are Romanian Deadlift, which is our one where we're on single leg and we're going for a minute. So we're going like so, coming back to center. Again, one of the goals with this one, we don't need to think of it. You don't need to think of it as lowering the chest. You're not just collapsing at your waist. That's not where the bending happens. It's happening at the hips. Okay, so really try and think of it as getting a stretch through your hamstring. Your chest doesn't need to go down that low. In fact, your chest can stay pretty high relative. You don't need to go here. You can stay up here. It's about getting that foot back. Try and keep the hips square, foot back, come back up. A minute might be too long on each leg. So maybe we'll just rotate 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30, 30, and we'll just go through each leg twice. I think that's optimal when compared with doing 1 minute at a time for both. So just a programming note to add in. You'll still end up doing a minute on each leg. After that, we're going right into our core work after the RDL. So we're going to do our butterfly sit-ups and our dead bug. Then we're going to do our sideline leg extensions. We'll go to skier, glute bridge. So that's just 30 seconds for the glute bridge on each leg. And then we're going to hit our lunges, and which are 45 seconds, and push-ups. I'll say everything out loud again when we're going through. And the final exercise, I just want to make a note of this when we get to it. The final exercise in this set, everyone has the option between doing push-ups for the final 30 seconds or jumping jacks. So if you feel like you've done too many push-ups already and your wrist is sore, go with the jumping jacks. If you don't want to do the explosive jumping jacks and you feel better with push-ups, you want to challenge yourself with the push-ups, do the push-ups. Your call. We're going to get started. The 2 minutes is up. So we're going to start with our RDLs. And again, I'll just call everything out. So we're going to start, choose a leg. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So again, we're going 30 seconds on each leg. And we're going to do that twice. Because as I said, it's better. It's better when compared probably with doing 1 minute on each. I think you'll get more out of it. Really try and get that stretch. Bring the hips. So again, it's really, everything is initiated with the hips in this one. And drive the hips forward at the end of the movement. It's really about bring the hips forward. I'm going to switch legs now. So good work. We're going to go on this. You can stay on it for 5 more seconds. And we're going to switch now. We're going to go back to the leg we started on. We're going to do 30 seconds on that leg again. We're going to spend another 10 seconds on this leg. If anyone's feeling a little shaky, it's completely normal. Especially if you're looking at my screen, you will be shaky because I'm not exactly a fixed object at the moment. All right, and we're going to change legs. If you need to focus on something to help you stay balanced, do that. Actually, it's not really possible in this. What am I saying? Your head's kind of moving. Unless you want to keep your eyes focused. Okay. 3 seconds. And we're going into our butterfly sit-ups. We're going to sit on our butts, feet together. All right. Reaching back, coming forward, touch in front of the toes. Again, how much you want your arms to swing is really a function of how you feel your core is doing on this one. Touch in front of the toes. We're going to go for another 20 seconds. Another 10. After this, we do have dead bugs. All right, we're going to switch over to our dead bugs now. So we're going to lay on our back. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Breathing out, don't let the foot or the arm touch the ground. Try and keep those shoulder blades slightly up off the ground if you can. We go for another 20 seconds. Sorry, 25. Ten seconds to go. All right, we're going to go into leg extensions now. So we're going to lay on our side. And get nice and comfy. We're going to put the leg up. Here we go. Leg up. We're going for 1 minute. I really have to turn myself and rotate myself next time before I do this exercise. Oh, well, the channel only has 8 subscribers at the moment. All right. Good work. You have 15 seconds to go. Five seconds. And we're going to switch sides. So we're going to roll over and we'll get started on this side here. Good work. 30 seconds to go here. You're halfway done. You're past that point now. Try and keep that rate up. Don't let that foot rest on the ground. You want to bring it back up before it touches the other foot. We're in the final 10 seconds now. Try and keep the rate up. All right, we're now going to stand up. Give everyone a few seconds. We're standing up and we're going to skier. Here we go. We have 1 minute of skier. Good work. "25 seconds. Final 10 seconds. Here we go. And we're going to sit down now. We're going to sit on the ground. Once we're seated, and put a foot close to our butt, lay on our backs. Going single leg glute bridge. 30 seconds on each leg. A minute total of glute bridge, but 30 seconds on each leg. If you're not comfortable doing one leg, you can do both legs on the ground. So it just means planting both feet, plant them close to your butt. We're going to go for 8 more seconds. And switching sides. Switch those legs. 30 seconds. Five more seconds. All right, we're going to stand up now. Going back to standing up. We're going to go to that lunge I was demoing earlier. When we step back, drive the foot up, come back down. We're doing 45 seconds on each side. Again, you don't have to do this if you're not feeling up to it. But really the goal is drive that knee up. You can even catch yourself if you want to and kind of go like this. Come back down, step. We're going to try and go for 15 more. Five more seconds. And we're switching sides. Here we go. Switching the sides. Driving the knee up. Good work. Again, you don't have to jump. You can just bring the knee up. I was just adding a little component to it. A progression. Doesn't have to be there. Good work. We're going to go for 15 more seconds. Again, you can just do a normal lunge if you want to, or any other variation. Just keep moving. 3 more seconds. And we're going to go to either jumping jacks or push-ups for our final 30 seconds. Pick your poison and go hard for the final 30 seconds. 20 seconds to go. 7 seconds. And all done. Good work. Good work, everyone. That's our workout. I'm gonna give a minute and a half before we start our cool down. So if everyone wants to grab a drink of water, you've earned it. Good work. Good work, everyone. So those sets, the total cumulative workout time from sets 1 to 4 ran somewhere between 19 to 20 minutes. So a little shorter than what some of us are used to, but we can always make up for duration with intensity a little bit in our workouts. If you're ever short on time, you can always just a quick set. Never hurts. Okay, we're going to start with our stretches. So we're going to start seated for our hamstring stretch. And it's going to sit, and you don't have to reach for your toes. You just want to lean slightly forward again. Happens at the hips. We're not really trying to round the back too much in doing this one. I'm just going to reach out towards the toes and stretch the hamstrings. Another way you can do this is in a hurdler stretch. You can stretch like so. If you have any former hurdlers in the group, I did one hurdle race in my lifetime, and my coach told me that if I wanted to run hurdles like that again, I should probably just do high jump. Guess you're not supposed to clear the bar by 2 feet when you don't really practice. That's what happens. It's pretty incredible when you do watch a good hurdler, just watching how they snap over the bar. It's not a jump, it's a really cool step. All right, and we're gonna change legs. If you've been holding the same leg for the whole time, you can start on our butterfly stretch. I'm just gonna do the hurdler one, the hurdler variation, for a few more seconds here, and then we'll go to butterfly. All right, we're going to go to our butterfly. So hands, just gonna push down a little bit and bring the heels in a little. That'll help this stretch as well. Feet together. I'm just gonna push down ever so lightly until you get a good stretch. If you're not comfortable doing this one, just trying to think of a variation. You can definitely do one where you fold a leg. You can even try it seated potentially, where you're sitting and you try and just cross one leg over the other, and you can kind of potentially put a little bit of pressure. So I feel it more in the external rotation of my hip, but it's not bad. Okay, we're now going to go to child's pose. Whew. So we're on the ground. We're going to lean down. And if you're not comfortable with this one, you can always stand up and do a lean. You can lean over. That'll get the lat a little bit. So this one here, we're going to push the armpits into the ground. And we're just going to hold for another 15 seconds, or what I think is 15 seconds, because I don't have a timer right now. All right, we're gonna go now to our Cobra, snake, serpent, stretch. So we're like so. Again, one of the ways I like to do this, but again, it might not be super comfortable for everyone, is to try and press down with the feet and lift the core slightly off, like lift the hips slightly off the ground. I realize that might not be a feasible way of doing it for everyone, but I saw that variation and it kind of does take a little bit of stress off the low back and put it more of a focus on the core on that stretch. All right. We're gonna stand up now. And stand up. We're gonna go to our hip flexor stretch. So we're gonna do our straight leg in the back. I'm just gonna push the hips forward and get a stretch through the hips. So kind of opening up here. You can even put your hands up, kind of open up, hands nice and straight. Kind of breathe in, make some arm circles if you want. All right, and we'll switch sides. I know that was pretty short, but good. Pushing the hip forward again. I'm really interested to hear if anyone read up about our cats and our birds. I have not read the Nature article since the last workout. I thought it was a week ago for some reason. It's only 2 days, so I don't feel that bad about not having read it yet. But I do look forward to being able to be a little more educated on the issue. All right. All right. I'm going to stand up. I'm just going to get my head in the screen here. So we'll go to a shoulder stretch. And before I go, we'll go back. We'll try that squat exercise because I think it's really important. And it'll help everyone with their swimmer exercise and their Superman. If we get a little bit more, if we work on our thoracic mobility, if we work on that back a little bit. All right. All right, and I'll go to the other side. And again, I think I've showed the exercise I'm about to show. I think I've showed 2 different variations. One where we can go against a wall and you just try and trace the wall with the elbows glued to the wall and your wrist, and then your 3 points of contact. 4, your heels, your lower back, your upper back, and your head. And that one gets a good, you'll feel that stretch to the back. So I'll demo it right now. So it just for instance, this is what my bodyweight squat typically looks like. I'm gonna change my camera angle and I'll show you how I want it to look when we do it with the arms up. So if I'm here, this is what my squat normally looks like. I'm here, I'm coming down. I normally have my tibia and chest are kind of at the same angle. So tibia being this bone here, and I pop up here, pop up, down, pop up. I'll do it from this angle here. So I'm here. All right, when we do it with our hands above our head, so pretend I'm holding something here that I want to keep a straight line with. So think of it as I'm holding a bar and I want my wrists and I want everything to kind of stay. If I'm holding a bar, obviously that has weight, and just for instance, so I'm in the camera here, if my bar is out front here, the bar is going to want to come like this and come down. So really, if I want to get that bar up, it's got to be straight above. So I'm trying to keep my hands straight. I'm going to come down, keep those hands straight, go here. You're going to notice, especially if you have mobility issues, you're going to cave. You're going to do a lot of caving. So, and it's typical. So you're going to kind of come like this. That's going to be how most people orient when they start to have, when they do have some issues with their upper back or with the hips. So really what we're trying to do is hands straight up, trying to sink into it, come up. So if you want to, you can go a little wider with your stance, point your toes out a little bit, flare them out. So I like to sometimes go this wide, hands straight up, sinking in, pressing up. And as you get a little better, you can even come in. a little more narrow. And if you get really comfortable, you can just sit in this position. I understand that's going to take some ankle flexibility as well as the back, but you can even try a little bit of like a chair pose. It's going to be here. It's okay if your hands are slightly here. Just try and work on bringing them back a little bit. Like you even do this. Trace your hands up like so. All right. And then obviously the last one that I was talking about was our wall exercise. So for that one, you're against a wall. Pretend there's a wall behind me. I've got my heels against the wall, right behind my tailbone, my upper back, and my head. So they all touch the wall. And then I'm trying to trace everything up along the wall. So my elbows are glued, everything, my 4 points of contact, head, upper back, tailbone, heels against the wall. And I'm tracing the wall. I come up, down, up, reaching nice and high, down. You should feel that through that mid back as well. That's going to help to free you up a little bit. On the swimmer, the Superman, might give you a little more range of motion. Might even help to relieve a little bit of tension. If you carry a lot in your traps, if you're constantly hunched over, just starting to open up. That's part of the reason we do the stretches, but also we do reverse flies, which is really that pulling apart, where we're down low. It's the same reason we do swimmer and Superman. Yeah, so that's today's workout. I know we normally do our wrist stretches, but I'm going to actually take the time just to get a little bit of feedback. Again, if anyone wants to do the wrist stretch as well, chatting, they're more than welcome to.